And we're still talking about pride. And, we have to understand that there is a good pride and there is a bad pride. And, you want pride that's you're good at. You're righteous for having that pride. One of the things that I like to tell people is that your conscience will bear witness on you. You know how you may say that you have pride and you better than somebody else? Now, you can say that all you want. You can actually say that, but your conscience is going to bear with you and it's going to say, no, you are not better than that person over there for this reason, for that reason. Do you want to understand what I'm saying? You're not better than that person over there just because you got a good job, you got a good income. You know what I'm saying? You got things in material possessions. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are better than that person because that person do not have. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're better than that person. Because, we understood that some people have been born in the ghetto through no fault of their own. You know what I'm saying? And some people have been made to stay in the ghetto because they have been disenfranchised and discriminated against through no fault of their own. So how can you stand there and say you better than them because you have had good breaks in your life? You can't do that. You can't say I'm better than them. But you can say you better than people who don't maximize their potentiality. I say you better than people who do not maximize their potentialities. Do you want to understand what I'm saying? If you don't try to do the best that you can at everything that you do, you don't try to do the best, then somebody who do try to do the best, they're better than you. They are better than you if you don't try. Because there are people that is pursuing their happiness because they believe that is what makes them human. Is pursuing their happiness, maximizing their potential. Whatever it is that they can do, they going to pursue everything that they desire. They going to pursue that. Because if they don't, they feel that it's just a waste of life. A waste of life for you to have this desire and you're not pursuing it. So they feel that they have to pursue it. That's what all I'm saying. And you have desires, and let's say that you're not pursuing your own desires. What's wrong with you and you're not pursuing your own desires? You were created to pursue your own desires. Now, what is it that you want out of life? You want to be happy? You want to have material possessions? You just want to be happy and live comfortable. The world got everybody trying to pursue material possessions. All you want to do is live life happily. You want to be able to laugh at life. That's what you really want, don't you? Yes, that's what you really do. But, let me tell you something. You got to maximize your potentiality. You have got to try to do the very best that you can do. That's all. That's all you can do. And if there is a God, I say, not everybody believe in God. But if there is a God, that created you. Some people argue over whether we were created or that we were evolved out of thin air or something like that. I say, you know what? Whatever happened, God created it. If we evolved, then God created that through his Holy Spirit. We were created by some God, some entity, something caused our life. And God created it, whoever God is. He created it. Now, if you can believe that, then if we were created, it just seems to be common sense that we are to maximize our potentiality. Now, you may not believe that God created you in his image. Now, somebody else may believe that God created them in his image. And I say, whether you believe that God created you in his image or not, you are to maximize your potentiality. That's all that you can do. And if there is a God, and you happen to believe that there is one, or you are undecided of whether there is a God or not, but you do know you were created because you are here. And what I'm trying to tell you, that whether you believe in God or not, you are to maximize your potentiality of what you've been created. That's what you have to do. To try to do your best in everything that you do. And if there is a God, you would make him happy. Because if he created you, the only way that you can make God happy, glory be to God, is by imitating him, by being the best human that you can be. The best. You're not going to make God happy by being lazy, by not maximizing your potentiality. You're not going to make God happy by not trying to do the very best that you can. You are supposed to try to do the very best that you can in everything. I don't care what it is. You have to try to do the best, because you're not just a human being, you're a God human being. And if you don't believe in God, you say, I've been created, I have potential. However I got here, I have potential. So it stands to reason that I maximize that potential. Because some of the reasons why we don't have our desires is that we are not maximizing our potential in trying to get it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not trying to do your very best as a human being. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have reason to be and to have pride, whether you believe in God or whether you don't, but that you are maximizing your potentiality. Because the fact of the matter is, there are people who pursue their happiness. There are people who try to do the best that they can as human beings. There are people who maximize their potentiality. And then there's people who don't. Now, obvious, when you put those two people together and you say, here's one person maximizing their potentiality, you are better than them. You're not better than them because of your skin color. You're not better than them because you have this material possession. You're not better than them because you got more money than them. You're only better than them if you are trying to maximize your potentiality and they are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they are not. You are trying to maximize your potentiality. You're pursuing that, and they are not. Now, my job in coming here today is to try to get people to maximize their potentiality. Because if you believe in God and you do not, you still are supposed to maximize your potentiality, because you have been created as a person. You all that you got. Why not use it to its full potential? If other human beings can do it, then so can you. And the only reason why you're not doing it because nobody taught you, well, I hope that you are mature enough to understand that you have everything that you're going to ever have in life. So try to maximize that, and maybe you can get a little something out of it. I'll be right back.